Hi, this is Alan Shea with Our Society. We're here today at Memorial Park in Pasadena with a full house, as you can tell behind us. We're getting ready to have the opening ceremonies for the Armenian Genocide event here in Pasadena. And there look to be about some 300 to 500 people here. So we want to make sure that you get a good interview today with a lot of the folks that are out here celebrating the event. And as you can veer to the right of me, you can see the monument that's being proposed for construction here in Pasadena to acknowledge the genocide as a historic part of American history. So that's what today's episode is all about. So hopefully you'll enjoy today's show, and also we'll have hopefully some great interviews after the presentation has commenced. This is Alan Shea, and we're going to go into the presentation so that they can get started on the program. Thank you.
To the ground blessing cleared. To my left. We're going to process to my left to the ground blessing. Thank you all for being here. It's my honor tonight to welcome you to the Pasadena Armenian Genocide Memorial Ground Blessing. And it's my further honor to introduce our Master of Ceremonies for this evening, an icon of the community, both Armenian and otherwise, a man that needs very little introduction, but a man that is worthy of a very significant introduction. The first Armenian American federal court judge in the history of our country. It is my honor to introduce Judge Dikran Tabrizian. So please let's give a warm round of applause for
And we're back with one of the guests who is going to stand beside me as the introduction of the show with the flags come into play. And can you share with some of the viewers your name and what brought you out today and where you're from?
My name is Arpi Tarpinyan, and I live in this area. I came today to commemorate the loss of all the people that passed away almost 100 years ago, who were our relatives, our loved ones. And to this day, we still experience the aftermath of the massacre, of the genocide, and we need to honor it as a part of ourselves.
And have you felt that Pasadena has moved forward with acknowledging that as part of a full community here in Pasadena?
Well, this is a wonderful example of embracing that. We always need to be vocal about this because it's a part of our experience and it's a part of other cultures' experience too. So it needs to be alive always. So not only should it be a static commemoration of a statue, but it should be an active speech of remembrance of what has happened.
Well, I certainly think that over the years that I've been aware of it, it has been a growing movement, and certainly with today's gathering and the support of the city and all of the officials, it looks like you've made great headway in the community to establish that we really need to acknowledge the history of the genocide and the effect it has on us today and our future generation. Do you have children here that would also play into that?
Absolutely. I agree that Pasadena is embracing it. As I said, this is a wonderful example of that. I myself don't have children here, but I've been a teacher and I've had students like this. And for them to have some type of validation is a wonderful thing out there in their town where they live, to show that they're being remembered. Their past, their history has been remembered.
Wow, well, you've done a great job. I'm getting chill bumps from the comment you just made, because one of the things that we hope for this community is that we prepare and embrace our community for the next generation and the future generations to come, so they can see we're all people. That's what we are, and we must understand that, not whether you're black, white, Armenian. Why don't you share with them what are you guys here today and what you're going to perform?
We are here to sing
Okay.
for
tell
the
us-
groundbreaking of the Armenian Genocide Memorial.
Okay, so what song are you guys going to sing for the guests today?
Yergir Hayastan and Ani.
Ani. Okay, so why don't you share with the viewers your name?
My name is Sevag.
Miss Avag, and how about yours?
Angela.
Angela,
Christina.
Christina,
Savannah.
and what is it?
Savannah.
Savannah. And so why don't you share with the viewers what your ages, and the grades that are here representing your school is?
9.
9,
9.
9,
9.
9.
9.
And so what is the grade level that's going to be a part of your group today from your school? What is the age group? 9 to what?
It's third grade. It's
Third
third
grade.
to fifth.
Fourth grade and fifth grade.
Okay, so 3rd through 5th grade. Okay, and we're gonna get to see a great song by you guys today, right? And show the spirit of celebrating the memorial. And do you understand what today's history is all about?
Armenian Genocide.
Armenian genocide. So can you tell the viewers what does that mean to you?
It means that when the Turkish people came and took the Armenian people out of their houses because they wanted it, and they gave them starvation in a desert, and half of them died.
Right. And so can you tell us what country that was in?
It was in Armenia.
Armenia. And who was Armenia was fighting with? What was the other country they were fighting against?
The Turkish people.
The Turkish people. And can you share with the viewers what year that was so they can see how long ago that was in history?
That was in 1915.
1915. So we'll be almost celebrating 100 year, correct? Yes. All right. Well, we're going to let you go so you can get ready for your show. And we really thank you for the interview. Hi, this is Alan Shea, and we're back with actually the creators of the great monument that we have to the rear of us. And I'd love for you to tell the viewers your name and really how did you guys get involved with creating the monument, and hopefully the permanent resting ground where this monument will set and people can come and take a look at it.
Sure. My name is Tony Satamian. I'm a resident of Pasadena. I've lived here all my life. I went to Marshall High School, and I am one of the 3 founding members of Alpha Epsilon Omega fraternity. And this monument, we let them borrow this monument today for this event. We actually brought this over from Cal Poly Pomona, our chapter from Cal Poly Pomona. We have 7 chapters here in the LA area. And our first chapter was founded at Cal State Northridge on December 20th of 2000. And we spread from there to UCLA. Then we went to UC Irvine and USC and Cal Poly Pomona, UC Riverside, and UC San Diego.
So why don't you share with the viewers really an overview as we move and bring some of your other fellow fraternity brothers in here and get them a chance to share their contribution.
Let's bring in the creator of
the creator. Why don't we bring the creator? Who's the creator?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Come on in, Mr. Creator. And what's your name?
Armenda Menjin?
Armenda. So why don't
Armen.
Armen. Okay.
Yes.
Why don't you share with the viewers, as the creator, what was the motivating force that gave you the concept and this symbol to represent a beautiful monument like you have?
Well, during my undergraduate years, I went to UC San Diego, which is a fairly Armenian lacking university. And the few people that we do have from Armenian descent there got together and realized that we need to come up with something to get the attention of the other students. Something big, something eye-catching. And I sat down with my fellow brothers and decided that this is the way to go. So we did create it, and after we created the monument, several other universities asked for a similar one to be created for them. And this past month, we built 2 more for Cal Poly Pomona and UC Santa Barbara. And our vision is that every university in Southern California, and hopefully anywhere there exist Armenians, to have a replica like this so they can set it up whenever we gather and commemorate and remember the 1.5 million lost during the genocide.
Well, you've done an incredible job giving us some feedback. I'm wondering, before I let you go and bring some more of your fraternity brothers in, have you identified a site in which the monument will be put in yet?
The monument that's going to be in Pasadena permanently?
Yes.
I believe it's where the blessing of the grounds are going to be. So over in that location right there where the grounds are being blessed is where the actual monument will be placed.
Well, good, because we didn't get a chance to go over to it. We had another young group of kids who's going to perform, and we wanted to capture them because they are the future of what you're creating for them. So you're creating a pathway for them. So we weren't able to get over there and see it because they were a beautiful group of kids that we wanted to include in this hopefully historic package that we have for you.
Well, I'd like to introduce Hovhannes Kasayan, who can give you a brief background of our fraternity and the future of our fraternity.
Good. Well, why don't you come on in? How are you?
I'm doing great.
Why don't you share with the viewers your name and give us a little bit more of what motivated the fraternity really to focus in on Pasadena and having Pasadena as your first starting point of creating should we say a statewide recognition?
Yeah, my name is Hovhannes Kasayan. I'm the Director of Operations for the fraternity right now. Our founder actually, who you spoke with earlier, Tony Satamian, he was the one that brought this idea up. He said, they're making this monument, why don't we, become a part of it? We thought about it, we looked at our funds and everything. We have a Never Again Foundation that raises money every year that we donate towards causes for the genocide recognition. We donated a check, we're going to present a check right now, actually $5,000 for this monument. It's something that our brothers rallied around, and also friends of our brothers, family, things like that. They made personal donations, and then we decided to match that and double that donation through our Never Again funds. Our fraternity basically is about lifelong commemoration of Armenian events, promotion of Armenian history, culture, and language, and that's apparent here. Like, for instance, myself, I graduated UC San Diego. Armin, who you spoke with, graduated UC San Diego. Tony Satamian graduated Cal State Northridge much longer, but we're still active and we're still involved.
Now, is this a Pasadena chapter, or is this a nationwide chapter that you belong to? What is the specific demographics within that area? All here in Pasadena, local, county?
Well, we don't have a Pasadena chapter because none of the universities that we operate in are located in Pasadena, but we have many brothers who are from Pasadena, including all three of our founders. They went to school here at Marshall. We have many brothers that are here that live, 5 minutes away or less.
Well, why don't we bring the big check in so we can show the viewers really the commitment, and then perhaps you can explain, get us in here. And why don't you explain to the viewers really what this means in the process of applying this funds, and how much has been invested in the monument so far?
The monument has been invested about $80,000 through donations. This is our check right here. What is basically going to happen with this money is going to go into the community foundation of the Verdugos, and the money is going to collect interest and pay for itself, basically pay for the monument, so that this monument can last through eternity. One of the things about this monument, in the center of it, when the water drops, it's into the eternity symbol, an Armenian eternity symbol, which is actually the seal of our fraternity. We want this monument to last for eternity. So through these donations, this project is basically going to pay for itself throughout the years.
So why don't you share with the viewers, especially the residents here in Pasadena and those in the San Gabriel Valley that will see this show, how can they get involved with making sure that this legacy continue on, and what is a website or a email that they could communicate with your organization to support your cause?
Well, you could visit our website, never, never -again, again.com. Over there, we sell T-shirts, we sell wristbands. We're gonna start putting up some more stuff about this monument, some more info that you guys can get. Any of our campuses, Cal State Northridge, UCLA, USC, any of the campuses that were mentioned by Tony, you can speak with any of the brothers over there. You can email the board of directors at bod@alpha-epsilon-omega.org. And we could give you any information that you want. We have events, we have fundraisers. It's not only for genocide recognition, we have, charity poker fundraisers and things like that.
Well, I must commend you gentlemen. Not only are you guys a very debonair and dapper young men out here, but you guys are all very young, and that's very commendable. I mean, I've been here in Pasadena pretty much all my life, and I don't think I've come across a group who is so sharp and certainly represent themselves as well as I've seen you guys do. So that in itself is very attractive to keep your legacy going and to show that you guys are about, fostering a solid future for the genocide and what the true meaning of it is. And for your sake, why don't you give us your name again?
My name is Emor Gorgorian. I'm a brother at Cal Poly Pomona AEO chapter. And some info about this, I talked to my ASA and we got the funding and stuff taken care of. And I talked to my brothers there, and I talked to Armen Demircan that was recently here about building it, and we got together and built it in 2 weekends, and that is what you see over here. And it's just great that we got to come today and present this check as well.
Well, that's great. You guys have done a great job. Now I'd like to bring, who's the president, Armen? He's the president. Okay. Well, I'm gonna need the president to come over here. Come on this side and get in here in this picture. What I'd like to do for you gentlemen is, first of all, again, acknowledge that we here in Pasadena are very proud of the efforts that you guys have taken. I know I've been very active in the Armenian community. I live in East Pasadena, and I support what you guys are doing to foster the history that makes all of our American history great, is everybody brings some history here. And I just wanted to make sure I stand between two handsome men, so when this airs, we can get a lot of attention from some beautiful women. See, they're gonna be looking at you. But really, I wanted to say, I'm glad under your leadership as president that you were able to foster a good group of guys and bring them here to Pasadena to be the founding establishment of launching this type of movement.
It wasn't only me, it was all the brothers. We each had a part in it. I can't take all the credit. We had Amur Sadurian right there, Emma Gorgorian, Hovanas Kessian helped. All the brothers of Alpha Epsilon Omega helped build this monument. We're a philanthropic organization, and we all tried our best to give back to the community.
Well, good. Well, with that said, we're going to shift over to the other side of the park because they're about ready to start the program. We appreciate it. And the viewers, please listen to these gentlemen here and get involved with the community. And for any type of commitment or cooperation and helping to foster this movement, I would certainly encourage getting in contact with these gentlemen. This is Alan Shea. Thank you. Hi, we're back, and we have one of Pasadena's leading role models, as well as one of our future profound leaders, as well as present, because he's probably one of Pasadena's youngest leaders in our area, Mr. Tyrone Hampton Jr.
The youngest for now. Hopefully one of these young students that are here today will come up and take the position that I'm in. But yeah, today we're here for the Armenian genocide. Millions of people have passed away during that, and we're here to celebrate that. And also, I know that there are relatives and family members that are here today that had lost loved ones during that genocide. So it is a sad occasion, but it is also a celebration of life. And the city of Pasadena has done a tremendous thing by giving up this space in this beautiful park here to remember those who have lost their life. So we're bringing Pasadena together as one. We are one community, the Armenian community, the Black community, the Latino community, the Asian community. We're all one community right here in the city of Pasadena. And what we're doing is, or what the city is actually doing is, they are recognizing what happened and what was wrong and what was unjust, so something like this doesn't happen again.
Well, I'd like to say, as one of the leaders here with our educational system, how important is this for the future generations to be in tune with the history?
Oh, this is very important for our future generation being in tune with this history. Just to let you know that last year we worked on a curriculum, the Armenian community and Pasadena Unified worked on a curriculum to teach our history teachers so that our 10th graders, up to 10th, 11th, and 12th graders will learn about the Armenian genocide and all genocides in their history class in PUSD.
Wow, that's commendable, because I'm a firm believer, because I'm a history buff, that without knowing your history, you won't know your future.
Very true, very true.
Well, I'd like to thank you, and I'm gonna bring in the other Mr. Tyrone Hampton. That's it, senior. Why don't you come in, Tyrone?
Yes,
and we would first of all like to thank you for giving us your presence, because not only have you done an incredible job with your son, but you've also mentored me and other business owners here in the Pasadena area for years. And we would just like to say on our show, our community, our society, and our city, thank you, for all the contributions you've done. So I'd like to hear from you. What do you think about the progress we've made today in celebrating the genocide here with the Armenian community?
Well, Alan, when I see people like you, I always think that we are on our way to success. You're a very prosperous person that did very good in this community and done a lot for the community. I'm basically just a person to represent my son and try to build his future, because us older folks need to speak up for our younger people and get them involved. All our young people need to get involved, like what you did. Went to USC and continued in your own business, and you've done great. And I appreciate business people like yourself, and I appreciate politicians. The politicians that have done a great job, and I really appreciate the Armenian mind. When we started the Black Business Association years ago, the Armenian loaned us their center for our meeting. I appreciate that. I want to thank them for what all they did for the black community. Thank you again, Mr. Shea.
Well, thank you. We're back, and we have one of Pasadena's finest next to me here.
How are you?
So why don't you share with the viewers your name and really how incredible this event is today and how important it is for our community?
Oh, certainly. I'm Lieutenant Voskan Gordikian of the Pasadena Police Department, and the dedication ceremony that's happening today, it's on the eve of the 99th anniversary of the Armenian genocide, to which my grandparents were direct survivors of. They were orphaned during the massacre and the genocide of 1915 at the hands of the Ottoman Empire, then being displaced from their country, and we made a new country here in the United States, in Pasadena, where I was born and raised. But as an American Armenian, I'm very proud that 99 years later we haven't forgotten our history and the importance of this ceremony and the dedication and what it represents for generations and years to come. It's very important.
So why don't you share with the viewers really how, by incorporating your history, what the impact should be long term for the future generation?
It's important that the future generations don't forget our history, where we've all come from, our struggles. And I don't know who stated this, but I know it was someone notable, that unless we forget history, we'll repeat. So it's important to commemorate the struggles of the past and understand that we're not, these things still happen today. Genocide is still going on currently around the world. And so it's important not to forget where we've come from, not to forget our history, and moving forward to understand that these atrocities cannot be tolerated by the hands of any government.
Well, I'd like to share with our viewers that because I know this officer here, he is definitely one of Pasadena's finest, and I've known him for a number of years, and I could vouch for all the contributions you've done in the community throughout Pasadena, and I'm just glad to see how we as a community has evolved to be a model community for other cities, especially in the San Gabriel Valley, to see how important this event is, as well as us being model examples.
Absolutely. No, it's important. We're all in one community living together, and we all need to work together towards better tomorrow. So I'm absolutely proud to be a member of this community. Thank you very much.
Well, no, thank you.
City of South Pasadena, Evelyn Zineman. We have Jack Hajinian, Montebello Mayor Pro Tem. We have the Mayor of Carson, Jim Deere. We have Pasadena Commissioner Jennifer Lauren Nelson. We have another good friend who's a member of the Pasadena City College Board of Trustees, William Thompson. We have Tyrone Hampton, Pasadena Unified School District Board member. We have some gentlemen running for sheriff, Bob Olmsted and James Hellman, that'd like to say a few words. So I'll ask both to come forward. Bob, Jim?